you got orange this week?
Vodka and orange.
Some of my friends keep going, why don't you just put a little one in? It will help the day go quicker.
Probably best not to. Right, lovely to see you all again.
Yeah, I hope you've had a
Fantastic.
good week.
Thank you for joining us.
Hi Annette.
Hi Annette. Yeah, well done. Bang on time. So let's start. What are we doing first?
Prizes.
Okay.
Prizes. So, if you remember, we had some Tim Holtz embellishments, which I'm going to be showing you how to use today. Hi Fiona. And
Hiya.
some moulds, some cherub moulds that we're going to post off to you. For those of you that shared and wrote underneath shared. So look, we've got quite a good selection of pop today. So you've done good.
Yeah, we got plenty of shares.
Lots
actually,
of
didn't
support, guys. Thank you.
we? And YouTube shares as well.
Yeah, they're all in here. Is it me? I
Hope
shared.
not. Is it
No,
me?
it took me out.
It's all about you. It is Ginny Holtz.
Hey, well done, Ginny.
Ginny Holt, these will be winging their way over to you. Well done.
So PM me,
Hi Louise.
as always, and PM your address to me, and then we can get it off to you as soon as possible. All the other prizes that have been won in previous weeks are on their way.
They're
They've
all
all been
shipped.
posted now. So obviously the ones that are going to the US are going to take a bit longer, but they are on their way. So, hi
Jamie's
Louise and hi
shared.
Jamie. Well, thank you for joining us. It's
Jamie
so
or
nice.
Janie? I haven't got my specs on. I think it's Jamie. Thank you for sharing.
Go there again.
Yes.
After last week.
So,
Right. Fantastic.
they love our accent.
You've got an accent.
Got an accent.
So, oh, do you know what? I've ruined it because, damn it, we planned this, and as of last week, I was going to donate. This is my posh hair dye colour. Look at this.
Thank you, Jamie.
Look,
Thank
we're
you,
going to do
Louise.
this first. This has got Paula's colour. Look, and it's got a poem, and it's got a box for gloves and everything.
It's really posh.
And it's, you know, this is a box of Paula's tar, frankly. So, and we were going to give it away as a freebie, but now we've offered the other things, so you're going to have to make do with decent presents, and I'm going to have to use tar next time I dye my hair.
Those of you that didn't see that video
We need to watch
will be
it
wondering
just for the
what on
story, 'cause
earth
it
she's
was
talking
hilarious.
about.
It's hilarious. It took me 2 solid hours in the shower to get that product out of my hair.
Right, let's crack on. I would just like to say something before we start.
Oh, yeah.
Something that's important to Paula and I. We have a lot of followers. Thank you so much from the USA, and we value you very much. Not only do you support us, you're friends with us on Facebook pages, and we love seeing what you do. And we love hearing about you, and obviously we are listening in the news about Hurricane Florence that's heading your way, and we'd just like to send our thoughts to you, send our
And
prayers.
big love, and stay safe.
Stay safe.
Please stay safe.
Yeah.
Stay online so that we know that you're okay.
Yeah, don't take chances. And those of you that are perhaps supporting people from those regions, good luck to you. Stay safe. Thank you.
On a lighter note,
On a lighter note, where are you starting
I've
with
been
today?
really busy this
You
week.
have.
Since you've since we tuned in, because there were some things that needed drying. Now I did shut. This is, oh my goodness, I've done it again.
Where's the key?
I've jammed it. It should be alright. There we are.
There we go.
So I don't know if you can see from there, but I will show you some close-ups later. I've done some raised stencils.
This is beautiful.
Looks
and we
really nice.
do
I've
some close-ups
used
of these.
this. It's a steampunk stencil, and I've used, again, this is another Artisan Enhancements product. So you guys know it's Mandy Crossland who's the distributor, and I use this stuff called Pearl Plaster. Now it's pretty cool. This is old, so it looks a bit gunge, but look, it's got a kind of pearlescent shine to it. And I use a credit card, an old credit card, to scrape it through the stencil. Now the cool thing about this is it's white, so you can add different coloured chalk paints, just a teaspoon or so, to change the colour of it if you want to. So you can have red or
Debbie,
blue,
hello.
whatever you want, coloured pearlescent raised stencil, so that's really cool. But
It's really pretty on there. We have got to get some.
I used it
close-ups
because
of
it was
that.
what I had plaster-wise, but when I finished, I actually really like the shine. It looks a bit silvery, and it's raised. And then I've used a stencil. I think I showed you that last week, doing this, and I've started to add some embellishments for my lovely tin. If you remember, Manda gave me
treasure
all my
tin.
all my goodies. And again, I need to show you photographs, but there's bits up there. But today I'm going to be doing design work on the front, hence jamming it shut. I've done a bit more of the raised stencil on the front, simply because it takes quite a time to dry, and if I put my hands in it now, I'd smudge it all and get it ruined. So I kind of did that ahead of time. But I literally used a card, scraped it through till it looked fairly even. Some of it sticks out more than others. I could sand it down, but I actually really like it.
It's. I think it's perfect as it is.
I sanded down with an electric sander. You didn't see this. This is the salt wash that's underneath. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
It does. It looks fantastic. The
And
colours pop.
I really like the fact that I've done yellow and red and black underneath, and I've got all these different colours coming through. I think that really works well. So the salt wash, I'm absolutely loving it. I shall definitely use it again.
Yeah, it gives just.
And
enough
it doesn't
texture,
just
doesn't it?
have to be for beach salt washy stuff. You know, Steampunk doesn't get as more mad than that, really,
it's
does it?
got
And
to
it still
be
works. It still
That
looks
nice
grungy and
sort of decrepit look
Yeah,
in the nicest
it does.
possible way. You know what I mean?
Thanks, Amanda. She's calling me decrepit.
Not you. Not you.
They are fun.
Yeah, they
fun.
are.
They really make a difference.
Hi, Barbara.
And you can do flat ones as well as contrast. That's what I've been dilemmaing of adding some, and I might add some flat ones with paint today as well. So,
Yeah, I think that'll make a nice contrast.
yeah. So I've left my stuff out.
To have a play.
Yeah. So how about you?
Haven't done too much more actually from where I left off last week. So we've got the mirror. I've put finishing coat to seal off any of the tackiness from the what's it called?
Foils, the artisan.
Yeah, the
Oh,
foil
the foil
size.
size,
The foil
yeah.
size. Beg your pardon.
Yeah.
The words went. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be waxing it. So I'm going to be using a clear wax to start off with. I'm also going to be using a dark wax to give some definition, and I'm also going to be using some coloured wax. I mixed up.
Oh, this is so cool. Look at this. If you could buy this in the shop, look at this.
I knew.
Now, my friend Figgy.
My friend Figgy.
I've got a friend called Figgy. She's lovely.
What a great name.
She would love. Look, Figgy, this is right up your street. I'm sure this is what you mix yourself.
What I've done, so I've just taken some clear wax. I've put in a little bit of petroleum jelly, Vaseline, you know, just to soften it up, and then I've put into there some acrylic paint. So I've done some blue, I've done some
Does
purple.
it have to be acrylic?
No, it doesn't have to be
It can
acrylic
be
at all.
chalk.
Yeah, you can put you know whatever paint you want to into it.
I like that.
You know, you could even add some texture to
I'm
it and what
looking
have
forward
you.
to seeing what that looks like on your
So
piece.
I've
That's
done a
really
little
cool,
bit of
isn't it?
purple because I've got pinks and purples.
So
Just to
are
highlight.
you going to put clear on first?
I'm going to put clear on first,
Yeah.
but not a whole coat of clear because I don't want the clear to dry off. So I'm going to be using clear, then a colour, either this or the brown wax, because the clear acts as almost like an eraser. So if you put too much on, you can go back over it with the clear, and that kind of erases a bit off.
But it also protects what you've got on in the first place as
Yes,
well, because that's
yes,
the
it
last
does.
thing you want to do is
Ship it.
we could just, you know,
Scoop it.
and then go, oh, it doesn't come off. We didn't put any clear one underneath.
I have to work with this. So right, let's get going.
Right.
We'll try and also keep up with your comments, but we will definitely get back to your comments later. Hello, Genevieve. How are you, darling?
We've been in today.
Oh,
well.
has she?
Yeah, she's
on
had
the
fun.
ball.
I had this mad idea on my dog walk this morning. I said to Amanda, I save all my mad ideas for my dog walks to think, what can I do today? So I've got a stencil. This is quite hard because I can't tip it up, but I've got a key stencil that I used last week, and I've layered on top of one of the keys lots of little cogs to try and get the shape of a key. And I'm going to try and attempt, I've not done this before, attempt a key montage.
Montage. Gosh, how posh are you?
On my bureau, yes. On my bureau. I'm going to see if I can keep it in the sort of order that I've got here. Now, I don't know if it's possible. It might go all horribly wrong. I've utterly shocked my team because we were discussing where it should go. And
yeah.
they all thought it might look really good here, but I can't cope with an angle. I can't, and they're all really shocked that I can't cope with an angle. But I
Can't cope with an angle. I mean,
it's got to be in a straight line. There.
This is what we work with.
So that's how it is. So you guys, you've seen this glue stuff I've used before. It is the fast acting, because obviously I don't want to be hanging around and I don't want the bits falling off before I've even got them on. So that's what I'm going to be using. I shall be taking my fingerprints off with it today.
Yeah.
So I could probably commit a really good crime on the way home and they wouldn't have my fingerprints. I was thinking that. Well, on my dog walk.
Do you know what? That's what super glue is good for, and that's what super glue was invented for originally. Did you know that?
No.
To close wounds.
But not so that you could do a crime.
No. No, that's just a byproduct of the fact. So I'm going in with my
That's what you meant.
No, to commit. No,
That's what it's all.
to stick your skin back on altogether.
Take your fingerprints off. Yeah, I've got a plan with crime. What can't
So what would you do if you were going to commit the crime?
Well, it's got to be good, but
I should keep it to yourself.
yeah.
I don't know whether we've got any police officers watching.
I don't think I've committed a crime in my life. I'd be too scared.
Okay, so just going on with the clear here, over the mirror, because that will help to seal. And give it a nice sheen.
It's all stuck to my fingers already.
If we turn our backs, apologies, but we
Can you see this arranging? Can you see it? This is key. I should have made you guess what it is.
Can you tell what it is, isn't it?
And then you wouldn't have, and then I'd have cried.
She would too.
Yeah.
I'm also going in with some brown, and I have got a paper plate here, so when I'm in my brown wax, I don't want it too dark, I don't want too much of it on, so I'm just taking off the excess before I go in, just to deepen this a little bit. It's making a nice effect on
You
these.
see me? I'm hiding down here in the corner, but
It really does emphasise the mouldings on here. I'm quite happy with this.
have you had a good week?
Do you know what? I have had a good week, despite traffic still being a problem.
You had your first day at Fairy Chic
I did my first proper day
as
as part of the team at Very Chic here, Very Chic Emporium here, and it was so much fun.
You're
So
now here on a Wednesday.
I'm initiated here. I'm here on a Wednesday, so anyone who's local knows where to find me.
To avoid Wednesdays like that.
You're so rude.
I'm
So rude. But it means that we can actually. Sorry, I know I'm rubbing my nose again. I have actually got a genuine itch this time. It's not just a. Apologies. So it does mean that on Wednesdays, Paula and I can get some real serious prep done for you on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So it works really well until she gets sick of the sight of me.
Give it a fortnight.
Okay. Now, I'm loving the depth of this, and I'm thinking of going in with some of my purple as well in a
I want
moment.
to see it in a minute, but I've got fingers stuck to everything.
Because the theme for this was, I wanted to look slightly aged, so going with all this pink glitter that I did on it was kind of not truly the look I was going for, so I'm dulling it down a bit. The shine is still there, but I want more to age it. So this brown wax is just going to give it a
You
slightly
dropped your plate.
dirtier. Oh, thank
I don't know
you.
if it's crucial.
Pretty
You
crucial.
dropped it.
Pretty crucial. This is going to look a bit older and dirtier. What have you used? That sounded particularly crucial.
It was the most crucial cob. This is a fiddly, sticky job, let me tell you. I thought it'd go on.
Well, because they're such little pieces, you are going to stick your fingers together. There's no two ways about that. Right, let's go in. Now this could be a hit and a miss. I'm really hoping this is going to be a hit. So I'm going in, going in with my purple. And I just want to use it to highlight.
You put clear on first, yeah?
I put clear and then brown to give it a bit of age. And now I'm just going in just to give it just another depth of colour. Because it's quite a deep purple, it's not showing up much. I think it's going to work a lot better on the original mouldings. Having said that, I'm liking this. This is really, it's looking much older, don't you think?
Yeah. I've got a wobbly one.
Oh, you have. Is that because it's got a little thing on the other side? Have you got a flat one you could use? Let's have a look in your box of tricks.
At the moment.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a bit like me. You know what, just before we started this live today, I realised I'd actually managed, this is incredible, I'd actually managed to come to work, spent the whole morning at work with my trousers on inside out. Who does that? And I was just thinking, what the hell are my pockets? Like you do. And I thought, I've got nothing, I've got beads, and they're on the wrong side.
But she couldn't find her pockets. I found pockets, I've had these pants for ages. And just notice I've got pockets at the back. I've had them years. There's a couple of bits there. If it doesn't stick, you might want to, or if it falls off, you might need to improvise. But yeah, we love pockets. Come on, girls, who doesn't love pockets?
Now, back in my nursing days, we used to have to start really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock shifts, and I don't do early mornings for nothing of money. Anyone that knows me will know that. And I do a get dressed 5 seconds before I leave for work or get out the door. Literally, have my bath, everything night before, so everything's ready to go, lunch, whatever. So I just pull my clothes on and get out the door 5 minutes later. So I walk in, I'm the nurse in charge, sit down all authoritatively. Right ladies, what are we going to do today? Let's have a handover. And then everyone starts laughing and they look down and I've got my tights hanging out the bottom of my trousers.
Oh, you didn't?
I did, yeah. I've never done it again. But
not with pants.
No, I mean, my knickers had gone. I don't know where they've gone. But my tights were still in my trousers, so they just fall out the bottom. And I haven't had a repeat of that until today when I've come in with my trousers on inside out. And I've been with customers all morning and no one's commented. How embarrassing is that?
Well, I think that may have been a bit of an overshare.
Oh, nice of you to join us. I do a bit of an overshare, yeah. Sorry, too much information. You'll be pleased to know they're on the right way now.
I don't know.
Louise is laughing at me.
Yeah, I'm
I've
liking
got to
it.
laugh at these things.
So let's take this off. I don't think.
Right, here's my cake. Oh yeah, see, it's all coming together.
This mirror has got just the right amount of aging to it. It's got, you know, those lovely sort of mercury black spots to it, which I love. I'm going to try, talking about old mirrors, I'm going to try on one of our lives to do, make the mirrored effect look just using plain glass. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that.
Have you seen? Has anyone tried? Because I've tried. I think you must have to have some kind of mirrors. It works where you can take the back off. I've seen this on Pinterest and it looked amazing. And I bought about 5 different mirrors, thinking that's it. I'm going to make the fortune doing this.
What, to make them look old?
No, you take off the back, so you dissolve the complete of the back, but then you've still got some of the mirror showing through, and then you decoupage with it, well, whatever you want, but with paper napkins behind the back, so that in the sort of bits of mirror that are missing, you've got all the beautiful decoupage, flowery stuff coming through. It looks amazing, really amazing.
Hold that thought, because the technique that I want to show you, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to
I'm gonna make my fortune.
incorporate that. We'll go halves.
Yeah. Like, you
With
didn't
my
hear it
idea
here.
and your
Forget that.
talent.
Rewind. Ignore that completely. Hi, Jo. This is our idea. Our idea. You heard it here first.
Watch this space. Could all go horribly wrong and we won't show you, but
Yeah. Then it wasn't our idea.
no, it'll look fine. We just need to have a practice session first.
Okay. My key is taking shape. Got no fingers left. Is it straight? It's straight enough. It's not too wonky. I can't move it.
Mm, looks fine.
Fingers are totally. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm picking up something interesting later. Well, I think it's interesting. It looks absolutely nothing at the moment, but it's a screen. It's got about 6 panels of sort of louvered wooden panels. No age to it whatsoever. Really simple. And just like I kind of Frenched up a few door panels a couple of weeks ago, I really want to go to town and French these up. So watch this space. That's a little project that will be coming.
I haven't decided what I'm doing next week.
Kirsten, hello. Liz. Liz from Northern Ireland, thank you very much. She loves our work.
Oh.
She loves our work. Have you seen this? I might have to move back for this.
Oh, are you going to do a trick?
No, not a trick.
Oh, we did reverse it, so you can. God, I wondered what you were going to do then.
I'm not that sort of girl.
Yeah.
Look,
Jesus.
do you like?
What, day one.
Louise loves our work as well.
Day one, she said, I'm not wearing this for work.
No.
This is going to be my best. Day two, arrived in the shop with it on. Look at it.
Paint.
Look, my key. Look at my key. I like it.
That's great. Yeah, and it's even.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Not sure about that one there, but
No, that's
okay.
that's absolutely fine.
No. Okay.
I'm liking that. That
I can
works.
live with that. Right, now I thought I'd do something here now.
Right, let's get back to the job in
Tie it
hand.
in. Oh dear, I don't know what I was doing. That one. Yeah.
Right, let's.
Oh, I tell you what I didn't sort out, because I've decided I need to do something with the handles because they're a bit rubbish. And I was going to find some wire. Might have a quick look. See if I can wind some wire around.
Barbed wire.
Yeah, that's
She's going to go around the hand, around
so you can't get in it. That would be cool.
Would not be funny. Right.
Oh. These have actually got little screws, so I could actually screw them in, but that would just take effort. So, glue it is. See, now I'm thinking, in the eyes of aesthetics, is it lopsided? Does it need something else on the other side now? Does it need something there?
I don't think it does, because I think you're going to be.
Don't you
It
think
doesn't
colour?
always have to look symmetrical.
No.
That looks amazing. But you might want to do
I'm not going to get one in the bottom. 'cause it's in
something
the
darker
way-
this side.
It's in the way of the door.
But is it though? Because the door will open, won't it? And that will open with it. It's only in the way if that's the first door to be opened.
Yeah. Let's see if I've got another
Yeah.
round one. I'm not sure.
I like the effect of that.
Yeah. these little sort of, I don't know, signs with messages on. So it says, remember to keep some room in your heart for the unimaginable.
I
really
love
like
those.
that.
Yes.
See that would
work.
there. Look.
Yeah. Okay. Go with that.
Yeah, I can lift that.
Right. Don't know whether you can see this too clearly on this side. I think you can probably see the difference. I've gone in with the brown wax. It's far too brown. So first of all, I'm going to rub some off. I did use the clear underneath, which is acting as a deterrent, as it were. So I'm going to take some off, just with a cloth. Try and blend that through. Oh, that's better. That's better. Now it's got the aged, dirty look that I'm looking for.
I like that. Any wire at all.
And then a little bit more clear wax, just to take
This might work.
brown off.
I've got some normal garden wire twine, but it looks quite dark, so I think the colour will tie in with the embellishments that I've done. So I'm going to cut off strips. Do you think you could get me some scissors, please? And I'm going to wind it round my handles. I'm going to need to sand off a little bit because I've got paint.
What
on it.
wire did you find?
This.
Oh, like garden.
But it's
yes.
in colour. I mean, it is a little bit green, but I'm not sure you can really see that. So I think it will be fine. I just want to. Yeah, that's fine. So I've just got to tidy up the handles a bit because it's a bit lumpy with paint.
I'm going to take this off because I can't get right where I need it.
Are you going to do that wax all over the whole piece?
Yeah, just bit by bit though, as I say. I'm not going to do it all at once because I don't want the clear wax to dry before I've got a chance to move it around with the colours. It's important. Otherwise I'll end up with blobs rather than the overall colour that I want.
Couldn't you, if you were to do that, couldn't you, like, hair dry it, for example, to loosen it up again?
Yes, you probably could. Bit of heat applied to it would help it to move
Yeah.
again. But I think prevention is probably better than cure.
Just
So the brown is picking out the detail really nicely. I'm going to go in to this moulding here with, got some rub and buff. I think you've seen these before, so I'm going to use the antique gold, a little bit of the blue patina, but I'm also going to be mixing it in with the purple that I've made. So let's see how that goes.
I'm liking this little bit of wire threading.
Okay. Well, are you liking the effect, or are you liking doing it? Is it sort of therapeutic for you?
Just adds a bit, but they're quite old-fashioned. This is quite a retro piece to start with, wasn't it? And I think
Yes.
sometimes I get put off by old-fashioned looking pieces. I don't know. Do you? I like all the carvings, obviously.
I
Like,
like
piece is
old
lovely.
rather than retro, I have to say.
And this is quite retro, but I think because I've gone with steampunk, which is so the opposite of retro, sort of, it works.
Yeah, it is a complete contrast to it. It's not like you're trying to make it more retro.
No.
You're taking it and developing it that step further.
Oh, look at this.
Which I think is good. Ooh, a little bit of purple going on here.
Have you got any questions?
I will have a little look. I'll leave my specs.
I'm a bit disposed with wire.
Are you indisposed with your wire? Mary Lou, thank you for joining us. Jeanette, thank you. I've remembered I'm here.
Who said that?
Jeanette Elliott. She also said, hello, my lovelies.
Hello.
You've remembered you're here. I'm not quite sure where I am.
Right, with or without? Oh, with.
I prefer with.
Shall I paint them a bit black as well?
Yeah. These are very shiny.
Yeah.
And you've got blobs of paint on them.
I haven't tidied it up that well, have I really? Should I just paint them black?
I think instead of tidying them up, you want to dirty them more.
Black?
Yeah.
And you know where my black paint is, don't you?
Under the table. We were so organised, we got everything out. Except now she wants black paint.
Black paint. Anyone got any black paint? I've got some black acrylic. That'll do. When in fail, nick my daughter's paint. Hope she don't watch it tonight. If not, thank you very much, Georgia. I don't know, is that
At least it's only paint you're pinching.
Yeah, well, I bought her it because she kept pinching mine. Frankly, every time I went to the cupboard, she'd have some in the paint.
The cupboard was there.
Yeah, so I bought her out.
I am liking this.
Oh yeah, that looks really, really nice.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh.
There'll be close-ups of this.
That's the rub and buff.
That's yeah. I'm using the rub and buff, the purple, the brown, and the blue patina. So yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that. So I'll do that on the same this side. Let's go it and try and do one side at a time. Try
Get
not
the
to
paint out.
overwhelm you.
That looks really pretty.
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it, loving it, loving it.
Is it girly for you?
It is. Do you know I'm not a girly girl, but this is really quite pretty. But pretty and old, and yeah.
Very good colour.
A little Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Right. This is a bit more grunged. But I do think I'm gonna carry on with the wire the other side because I quite like the texture of it.
Yeah, I like the wire. I think that's a definite yes.
But it looks better now. Look. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, it needed it, and it balances out
these
pieces as well. Definitely.
Yep, that's it.
Well done,
Well
you.
done. Give yourself a pat on the back.
Oh, it reminds me of school days.
Well done, you.
Right, I have still got, for you eagle eyes, a bit of moulding missing. I'm going to have to remake that because it wasn't flat enough to stick every time I tried it.
I know you need close-ups. If I try to move the phone, you get my hand like that. It's all really annoying, and then it takes ages to get it back up, and I turn the sound off, which I've done quite a few times.
Yes, it has happened.
So we will give you lots of close-ups. If you join in tonight at 7 o'clock, I will have taken lots of close-ups, and then as the stages come up, I will post like I did last week. It worked quite well, didn't it?
Yeah.
I showed you the close-ups of the stages that we're talking about, so you will be able to see it, I promise you. Love the black wall. Is that a stencil or a chance? The black wall is a hand painting by me.
Clever gloves.
Now, I'll just move this just a little bit so you can see. Can you see? It's a Cheshire Cat. And behind my cupboard is... I'll show you. See that? Alice. It's Alice. Yeah. So I painted that when we very first opened, and Andrea, who's one of my team, I often talk about Andrea, painted all the quote for me. And how I did it, because lots of people have asked me, was I got one of the original pictures of Alice, and those are that's one of the original drawings, and they're all copyright free now because they're over 100 years. And have you ever used block posters?
What?
No, you haven't.
No, obviously not.
This is a really useful trick. If you have to have a JPEG picture, but whatever picture you've got, as long as it's in JPEG format, if you go into blockposters.com, I think it is, you can upload whatever picture you want, and then you have an A4 piece of paper in your mind. So imagine that's an A4 piece of paper. Now if I wanted to blow up a picture to the whole of this size, I would imagine that would be 1, 2, 3 horizontal, 1, 2, 3 down. Well, you get my meaning. 3 by 3. You can either measure it that way or in landscapes as well. gives you the option. So you can put in the numbers of how big you want it, and then it will create a poster for you with exact lines down the edges to print out. So your printer will print it off for you, and then you can stick it together exactly. It does it perfectly for you, so it's really clever. So what I did with that big image behind was exactly that, and I roughly knew how big the wall was, and I blew it up, and of course pixelating wise it blew it to smithereens and you couldn't recognise the picture at all. But what I used it for was to give me the proportions, because it's quite hard when you're doing something upright that size to get the proportions right. So I stuck all these bits of paper together with all these pixels galore on the wall, and then just kept peeling the paper back and just marking with a pencil to get where the top of the tree was, where the branch went, where the cat, how big the cat was and how big Alice was, and that gave me a starting point. So that was how I did it, but that's how the proportions, I was confident that then the proportions would work and I wouldn't have to paint all over it again. So blockposters.com, look it up, it's a cool program. It's free. It's free, it's really good. And before we had IOD, that's how I used to do all the big transfers. You can, all the French, I don't know, stencils that you can get. You can blow them up, so you can get them off Graphics Fairy, then blow them up to the top of your dressing table, and then you can transfer them using the shading the back and tracing it through.
That's really, I'm impressed with that.
Yeah.
Sounds like, you need to know what you're doing.
But you just need a JPEG and you upload it and you roughly work out how many A4 pieces of paper it would take to cover your area, and that's all you need to know. So it's not in measurements or millimetres, it's just in A4 bits of paper.
I thought, you see, now that I could probably manage.
I think
that makes it so much more simple, doesn't it, to think that way.
Yeah. But it doesn't cope with, I don't think it copes with PNGs, which is another format. It wants JPEGs.
I'm going to remove that so I can actually get to the dresser base. Let's see if we can just show you this bit of moulding.
Oh yeah, get that, because it looks lovely.
This bit here. Are you loving it? I'm liking that, you see. Look at the definition that's given that bit of moulding. Cool! Very happy with that. Obviously not finished, but...
And obviously not as excited as the glitter. How long did it take you to come down from that?
From the glitter, from my glitter fix.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to come down from that.
I'm surprised you didn't take the piece home with you, so you could keep looking at it.
What?
Is that not
Take
the
it to
best
bed
thing
with me.
about doing a piece, that you come away and you think, oh my god, I so like it, it's my current favourite, and then you have to keep going and looking at it.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
And then I price it really high so no one
So
will
no one
buy
will buy it?
because I want it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
I do that.
It's a bit like when you buy something really super as a present for someone, and it's there and it's sitting there and you keep looking at it and thinking, I'd like one of those myself.
I like that with the furniture, especially when you've spent a lot of time.
You do, you put so much time
And then
and
you
effort
put it on
love
Etsy and
into
someone
it.
says, what's the cheapest you'll take for it?
I
You
know.
take 40 quid for it, and it's taken you a whole week to do of love and imagination, and you just...
That is frustrating.
It's soul destroying. Why do we do it?
Because we love it.
Well, yeah.
We're mad.
But it makes you tempted to just paint everything plain white, doesn't it?
I couldn't bear to work
But
like
then,
that.
yeah, I couldn't. I go mad. I wouldn't be doing this anymore.
There's a
if I
place
had to do
for
that.
plain colours. We've all got them in our house somewhere. But I couldn't work like
For
that.
me, I haven't.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I got anything
Come on,
plain.
you've been to my house, there's nothing white. Right, second one done.
Right, how are we doing for comments? Melia, we had problems with that last week. Thank you. She shared. Who else have got? We should do this as on specs. Jeanette Elliott, thank you. You've shared. God, you're super.
Oh, great, thank you.
You are. Now, I'd like to think it's because you love us and want to support us, but I've got a funny feeling it's for their prize. Oh, we've got a
shallow lot.
Shallow.
That's what she's saying.
I don't care what it's for.
You're just in it for the money. Only there's no money.
Hey, this isn't interesting. Georgia says that she had a huge red Marilyn Monroe cabinet, just wouldn't sell. Now I now have as a TV stand. next to the pine unit I couldn't part with. You see, you just fall in love with these pieces, and if no other bugger wants it, then you may as well keep it. Yeah, I've got a few things that I couldn't bear to be parted with that are now in my house.
No, I've had this conversation with Georgia, because Georgia you do lovely stuff, Georgia, and I really like it. And it's hard to sell, but you can't sell yourself out. I just don't think you can. You have to stay true to yourself.
You do.
And eventually you get people that follow you and come knowing. We've got an equivalent locally here that aren't running anymore, called Hetty Greens, and I used to buy all my paint there, and it was a beautiful shop, and everything in there was cream and sort of light beige, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And white. Everything in there was and it looked beautiful, really pretty, really girly. It was a very popular shop.
Anything, place you'd want to live in.
Yeah, but it looked like you didn't want to touch anything, honestly. But it was beautiful, and I really liked it. And obviously, when I first started out, I was really inspired by sort of the look that they created. But I actually came to the conclusion I couldn't.
No.
Because I'll be selling myself. My shop is me all over. There's colour everywhere. There's funky, weird ideas, bonkers stuff all over the place. But
as you say,
it's me, and people still come in here and go, wow. So, they might not buy anything, but they say, wow.
But even just to appreciate your work. I mean, they may not be in the market for that particular piece, but to come in and appreciate your work is lovely.
Yeah, we've had a lovely couple in this morning. We were here for a good hour or so having a look around, and they'd come all the way from Surrey, which is a long way, a good couple of hours, because they'd followed us on Facebook and they wanted to see the shop, and they'd come in, asked a million questions. It was lovely. But yeah, we do get people travelling to see our quirky stuff. So Georgia, don't give up. Just keep with who you are, because we love who you are. Let's see what that's. Thank you, Louise. And Liz has shared as well. Everyone's sharing the love.
You're fantastic.
Right.
See, my look is very different again from yours.
Yeah, it is.
It's darker, it's older.
Now, I'm really scared at this point, can I be honest?
Why?
Of ruining this, because sometimes it's about knowing when to stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's hard to know when to
And
stop.
I don't know whether to do more stenciling.
I always think, go for it. I mean, there's nothing you can't change if you want to.
Because then I'll rub off all the nice raised bits.
What are you thinking?
Well, if I was going to do it, I was going to do it with the red.
I would like to see
it's bright.
some red
Has
in
anyone
there.
got an idea? Got me, what does that say? Coffered of paint. It really gives a nice detail to the wood. She said it. Hi, Jeanette. Jeanette's doing me some lovely poems for my fairies. She's not the lady that did the long ones. Jeanette's doing my descriptions. Thank you, Jeanette.
Oh, well done.
And I've got another lady who is doing me much longer poems that we've been oohing and ahhing in the
really
shop.
getting involved.
Yeah, really getting involved. My paint
Lovely.
was supposed to come yesterday. It hasn't arrived. It's coming today, I'm told. I've got a phone call today. It's coming today.
There were tears and tantrums yesterday.
And no. I'm just in a tantrum.
No, actually, to be fair, I would have been in tears and tantrums. You did hold it together quite well.
I was sad because I'm excited. But people keep asking me why they can't log on to certain pages on my website, and it's because I've set it all up for the paint, and I've got to sort the paint out when it comes. It's not just instantly arriving. I've got to put labels on and put it in pots and do stuff with it. So it won't happen immediately, but it will happen in a few days. And then as soon as it is live and for sale, it will also be obviously for sale in my shop, but it will go live on the website as well. So you'll be able to buy things to be posted out to you as soon as. And then the logins, they won't exist. I'll take them off, but they're there to stop you looking at them because you can't buy it yet. So it's going to be hot off the press.
So you have to be patient.
Hot off the press in the next few days, and yeah, be patient, which is my worst forte.
Yeah, it's not your thing, is it?
No,
Not me neither. I'm not that patient.
I'm still debating if I'm black as well. Oh my god, decisions. Right, so back on with my stencil trick. I know I showed you last week, but for those of you that have only just joined us, I always wrap a bit of masking tape around the end of the stencil brush, so you've only got like a millimetre showing to stop it from splaying out. Hi, Michelle from Malta.
Ooh,
Hi,
hello.
Dan. Oh, look, people are recommending a Coffider paint. I don't know what that is, but we will look it up when this is over.
Yeah, because we go through all your comments.
Yeah, we do.
And if you've any questions or comments, we will respond to you. We're all about learning about new things as well.
And since I've started the paint forum that I hope you're all members of, but since I have learned so many things I didn't know that
It's
it's
brilliant.
incredible. That's me done. I've got a customer.
Funny dog.
And the funny thing is, it's not really funny, is that my husband every time says, Noodle, why are you doing that today? Why are you being like that? And says, he's having a funny day. It's Mark if he does it every time. But he's just saying hello, really.
He is the most loving dog.
He's my fave.
Right, that sounds decisive.
It does. I'm going in with red. I'm scared.
You see, you did have a little bit of red
I
on
did,
there
and then I took it
previously,
off.
and I liked it.
Right, come on.
Go for it, Miss Rose.
Miss Rose, it's Mrs. Jewel.
Mrs. Rule. Okay, so still grunging up here, dirtying and aging.
How are we doing for time, Liz?
Oh, let's have a quick look. Would you believe
No. Don't tell me I can't finish this.
we have 12 minutes?
Oh my god. How does that happen?
I have no idea.
Hell.
I have no idea how that happens. Time runs away with us. And, you know, initially an hour seems like such a long time.
I'd like your feedback on that, guys, actually, because we have talked about shortening it or trying to shorten it a little bit if it's too long, if you're just getting bored. So please comment on your feelings on that, because I would, you know, we will respond to that. Take it that it goes quickly for us here, but it might be that you're yawning your head off and wishing you could fast forward your end. Or just turn it off.
I hope not. But we're here
And you'll
for your
notice when you
comments.
join the bit in the evening on the party, that as soon as you show your face, I say hi. That means that I've caught that you're watching and you can't turn it off again until the end. So don't turn it off. Just go off and make yourself a drink, have a bath, do whatever you like. But
you think
I'll know
she's
if you leave.
joking.
I will know if you leave, and I'm writing it all down in this little book.
She'll tell your mother. I'm kind of, I'm really liking this purple. I'm going to do close-ups, but I'm really liking this purple.
Yeah, and you're going to need some close-ups of this salt wash. These are things that we haven't tried before, aren't they? And we're
Yes.
definitely going to be doing them again.
Yeah, definitely. We've been really happy with how these different
This
techniques are
week's
working
project
out.
I tell you what, if nothing else, this whole paint the pint is pushing our boundaries, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Because we're trying, we're researching and messaging each other of an evening. What about, have you seen this? What about this? Do you want to try this? I've got stuff on order. You know what we were talking about last night? I'm not going to talk about it, but you know what we were talking about last night? I couldn't help myself.
I'll remember.
It's on the way.
Okay, we'll discuss that
We will.
offline.
Yeah, and it's going to feature, I've done it in one of the videos, so... Oh, someone says don't shorten it. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, look, my husband's joined. Hello. No mention of strife.
Oh, your husband.
Oh, you like the long videos? It's really good feedback. Really
Yeah.
nice to hear.
It is nice to hear.
Thank you, Jeanette. Yeah, never too long. Whoa. See, that surprises me. I thought everyone would be getting bored. So.
Well, do you know what? I have to say this. I
Go on,
watch.
narcissist.
Honestly, she thinks I'm a narcissist. I do sound a bit narcissistic when I say I love watching the show back as a viewer. I love it. I think it works well. I enjoy watching it. Shoot me.
Oh, quite like red.
Yes.
Quite like red. Do you
Yeah.
like red? Can you
Give
see
it the
it?
pop it needs.
It's popped. It's popped. Right, I need some more red now. Oh, blimey, we've got 5 minutes.
Nice. Well, I don't want to rush this at all.
No, and I've got some more finishing off.
But I want to be able to
That's
show
really
you.
lovely, Amanda.
Thank you. I think.
I love this purple wax. You've got to try this add-in. Because we had somebody put a question in the forum the other day about they weren't sure how to bring the grooves out. I think it might have been Jill. I think it was Jill. And this is exactly what we said about just mixing some colour in with clear wax. And I didn't know the trick that you've just said about putting a bit of Vaseline in to soften it up to help make it easier to mix. That's a good trick.
It does, and it's brilliant. However, I'm feeling that it might be a little too soft.
Has it gone a bit greasy?
But
it will probably
it's
harden
overworking.
and go well, won't it? It looks really nice.
Yeah. Or I might just mix up a spot without the
Maybe just less.
Vaseline in it.
Try it with that. I like it a lot. It's done. It's really good.
But I just want to get this done for.
This is the most bonkers piece. Who now is going to buy this? I might have to take this one home.
I think that one could be going home. Yeah. It's a
What
you.
have I done? What have I done?
No, it's a very you piece.
Well, I'm going to play afterwards because I don't want to rush it either.
No.
And I'm very nearly there anyway.
No point in rushing it just to show you something.
Yeah, so come on. Let's just do a little recap on our prizes. Someone was trying to ring me. Don't they know I'm live? Ginny Holt, you're the winner this week. So message me with your address and it will be winging its way to you. Up for grabs this week. So all you've got to do is to share and write in the comments shared, whether you do that from YouTube or from my Facebook page or from Manda's Facebook page.
Yep.
Manda's Facebook page is www.facebook.com Manda Luiza Design.
Yep.
So make sure you pop over there and give her a like as well. I'll put a link underneath so that you can find her. And stay safe, guys.
Yes. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Thinking of you.
Come on. Cheers,
Oh,
my dear.
down on my knees.
Get up, girl.
It's easy getting down, but not so much getting up.
Look at her.
I'm an old bird. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you later.
7 o'clock. We'll be there.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Georgia, 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 the whole